The 20th race at the Nascar Microsoft Cup is bringing to you live at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the running of the Brickyard 400 here. What events here we have had here. It's now down to crunch time now. 7 races to go in the chase. Until the regular season ends, and the chase line is very, very tight as I speak. 10 points. 10 points is the difference between 16th and 17th, which is owned by Hornish Jr. and AJ Almindinger there. Both of them need a good finish there anyway, because they had incidents last week at Norfolksburg, and this is the racetrack you want to do it, because if you win this race, not only you can kiss the brakes, but that gives you a lot of momentum going into the next few races. And Kyle Busch in the 14 machine, I'm just telling you, he has been very dominant this season, leader in points. Not a lot, as we saw in the first early half of the season. Ryan Newman is still hanging on with him, just down 11 points. So let's see if Ryan Newman is going to get up to Kyle Busch. By the way, Kyle Busch does start on the pole, and this is one the racetrack he does dominate since. So, but Ryan doesn't start far back though, so he still has a chance for where he started. I believe in 5th place, for starting in 5th. Also have Brad Keslowski, number 2 car. He has not won a race yet, and this is also a pretty good track for Brad Keslowski too. Hasn't won anything for the Brickyard 400, but has accurate finishes. A lot of accurate finishes here at Brickyard. He wants to take the one home today, starting 2nd place. He's currently 7 points. And yes, a lot of other drivers that we also have to pay attention to, just especially where the cutoff line is, because it's pretty much too close to call, because there's very big names behind the cut line, including AJ Almindinger, Kevin Harvick, Joe Logano, Paul Menard, and others. Alrighty, here about a couple seconds away for the command of firing engines. And let's go and get started here. In a few seconds, we'll be doing the command of firing the engines. So let's go and go down track side.
Drivers, start your engines!
Yeah, man. Gotcha.
Alright, let's go look at the rest of the starting lineups here. So once again, Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski makes up row number 1. 2nd row has Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick. 3rd row, Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart. 4th row has Carl Edwards and Jimmie Johnson. 5th row, Kasey Kahne and Joe Logano. 6th row has Kurt Busch and Denny Hamlin. 7th row has Truex Jr. and Brian Vickers. 8th row, AJ Almindinger and Clint Bowyer. 9th row has Jamie McMurray and Matt Kenseth. And 10th row has Austin Dillion and Earnhardt Jr. 11th row has Stenhouse Jr. and Danica Patrick. 12th row, Paul Menard and Greg Biffle. 13th row, Michael Annette and Kyle Larson. 14th row, David Rick and David Gillen. 15th row has Casey Mears and Cole Witt. And here's go and look at the rest of the lineups here. So 40 laps here in the 2.5-mile oval, built in the 1900s and one of the famous racetracks in all of the world today. Beautiful day out here in Indianapolis. But here we go. Pace car is off and onto pit road. And we're underway here in Indianapolis. Jeff Gordon with the early start there. He's all over the back row of Kyle Busch now for second. Someone goes around there. It looks like the 46 car there. He looks like he saved it. Looks like he did. No, he did not. And there's a wreck behind him already on lap number 1. Brett Biffle involved. Oh, David Reagan, Michael Annette. So Michael Annette did not save that. We're racing back to the line here already on lap number 1. It looks like Kyle Busch will lead this. Kyle Busch leads under the caution, leads the first lap of the race. And before we even get into the first lap, already the caution flown. We saw Michael Annette in the background there. It looks like almost losing it. It looks like, I believe he came back on the racetrack into a couple of drivers. I'm assuming. We'll find out in a moment. Let's see who's going to pit here. I'm guessing since there's only one lap being run, I believe none of these drivers are going to pit. And that's very unfortunate for the 16 car Greg Biffle there. Also involved in that wreck there. One of the drivers that are looking inside the bubble there, and he's already out of the race. He was 22nd in points, and that's definitely not going to help him. Alright, let's see who's going to pit here. It's going to be pretty interesting. One lap in. See today's race. And everyone's coming down pit roads. And once again, Kyle Busch with one now in the modern day, now one of the dominant cars in NASCAR on Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's one of the reasons why it's right here on pit road. So let's see what he can do here. So here, Kyle Busch will get off first easily. Jeff Gordon will get second of Ryan Newman. Alright, let's see what happened without the caution on lap number 1. This happened on the back stretch, coming off of turn number 3 and turn number 2 here. Alright, so here's what happened here. So this is where it all began. The 34, a lot of cars came down. A lot of messing with those cars coming together. Michael Annette gets sideways, but trying to get onto the track, he will just get into the 34 car, and they go sitting right into the wall very hard. Greg Biffle there with nowhere to go. And Biffle continues to spin, coming onto the back stretch, and that what brought up the caution. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened there. Just a bunch of, so it looks like just like a bunch of cars, as you see, come together. About 4 cars. Looks like the 16 guy to Danica Patrick, and Danica Patrick went into the 46 car Michael Annette there. They'd be able to drive it away, but unfortunately, Michael Annette comes up to the racetrack trying to get back onto the racetrack, but the 34 car David Reagan is there. As you see her coming in a moment here. Yep, gets onto up there too, and that's what did it. Once again, 16 car of Greg Biffle just an innocent bender, and they hit the wall very hard. Alrighty, back here live here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Once again, Kyle Busch remains the race leader here. And the one guy that is currently still like in contention with Ryan Newman right now, with I just already said it. He's been pretty much behind Ryan Newman. Been behind Kyle Busch is Ryan Newman, the 31 machine, second in points, 11 points off. Pretty much having the same dominant season as Kyle Busch. He was a little sloppy in the middle of a little bit of a drought between the Talladega races and the Charlotte races when he finished outside the top 10. But ever since then, he's still been hanging on. And it looks like we have a problem with the 41 car. He has retired out of the race with a header problem. And Kurt Busch is 11 points, so that does not help him at all. That's very unfortunate for the 41 machine. Exactly what they did not need it. Also want to talk about third place in points, and pretty much 32 points away from Ryan Newman, the 48 car Jimmie Johnson. Not bad season. The season he really been wanting to have right now. And we'll see if it continues him here at Indy. Also one of the great drivers who win a lot here at the Brickyard. So let's see if he can win here today as well. Then you have the guy with the most wins. The most wins on the season so far. And with 2 Brickyard 400 wins, Tony Stewart. He already has 3 wins on the season, and he's looking for more. May have a lot more if he didn't have made some more mistakes earlier in the season. Alright, going back, ready to go back Brickyard in a moment here. 5 laps into this 40 lap race, a long race here. And we're back. And before we go back, we'll look at our top 10 rundown here. So first is Kyle Busch, second is Jeff Gordon, third is Ryan Newman, fourth is Brad Keselowski, fifth is Jimmie Johnson, sixth is Aric Almirola, seventh is Jamie McMurray, eighth is Hornish Jr, ninth is Kevin Harvick, and round up the top 10 is Carl Edwards. And talking about Hornish Jr, he's up in the top 10 in running 8th place. A good finish here would continue being he's on the bubble. He's currently on the bubble to make the chase, but by only 10 points. But unfortunately, the next guy who's in front of him, who's looking, is Aric Almirola, who's running in 6th place. So he has some work to do. If this is how they finish, Aric Almirola will still be still off of the cut line. So. We'll just find out here in a moment here. 5 laps into today's race. Alright, 1 caution before we even got going fully. Alright, here we go. Pace car is in. Oh no! And we just started talking about him. Hornish Jr. has blown an engine. Are you kidding me? We're going green anyway. But wow, a turn of the events, we were just talking about him. And he stopped on the racetrack. That is so unfortunate to him. Track will remain green here as we come in turn number 2. Dale Jr. in the back stretches around. Looks like he came off Clint Bowyer here, and the caution is back out. I see racing back to the line here. Looks like Kyle Busch will get it over Jeff Gordon. And he will. No problems with the 88 car, Earnhardt Jr. We're gonna go ahead and see what happened to bring out the caution here. It looks like he had help with Clint Bowyer. Alright, so here's what I had to bring out the caution. Already running way back in the pack here. In 33rd position. And the 15 car Clint Bowyer was just on the inside of him. And that spins him around. He continues to hook him around here. And it's just gonna be a simple spin for the 88 machine. Nothing too bad. Alright, back here live at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 7 laps in. So we got a long way to go here. Already 2 quick cautions. Oh, not even a full lap has been completed here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is a good time to keep on talking about some of these drivers here. So yeah, once again, we're in crunch time now. We're on the final stretch of this regular season. We're about to head to the chase. And I'm telling you right now, Kyle Busch and Ryan Newman are the absolute favorites to win the tournament, the chase, because of their domination in the first half of the season. And here's the thing. Let's look at Kyle Busch's stats here. I've got this on my phone. Yeah, he's averaging a top 10 finish. 9 top 5s. 9 top 5s. And 5 top 10s with 2 wins on the season. Averaging a top 10 finish. How about that, And there's, there's only 3 times this season that he's been outside the top 10. That was Las Vegas, Daytona, and Talladega. The second Daytona race, just to be more specific. And he got only 1 DNF at Talladega. He was involved in the first wreck, the first big one. But after that, I mean, I'm just imagining, what if he didn't wreck in Daytona, or actually he didn't wreck. He had a problem at Daytona, if I remembered that. But an absolutely dominating season for the 18 machine. And the thing is, the person who's still hanging, and there's only pretty much one other driver that's pretty much hanging on with him, which is Ryan Newman. He had the race lead, had the points lead earlier in the season. I thought he would have pulled away from him, but he messed up a little bit at Talladega and a few races on, which gave Kyle Busch the race the points lead. And he's pretty much been looking to get him since. And at the end of the day, let's see. And at the end of the day, pretty much these kinds of points may not matter, because pretty much all the points you're only going to get is your wins points when you get 3 extra points. So this will be very interesting. I can tell you that right now. Because even though he's in the points, so he only has 2 wins. So, and the thing is, Tony Stewart has 3 wins. So Tony Stewart will be leading in points when the chase starts. If the chase happened right now. So just to be clear of that, because Tony Stewart will have 2,009 points, and then Kyle Busch will have 2,006 points, and I think it's Jimmie Johnson. Actually, excuse me, Jimmie Johnson, who actually won the All-Star race this year, got 10 extra bonus points, so he pretty much would be leading when the chase starts, because see, Jimmie Johnson, he has, so that's 10, and then he had a win, so yeah, we'll have 13 extra bonus points when the chase starts. And that's what's gonna help him too. And you also have Truex Jr, I believe, who got bonus points during the All-Star race. And I'm trying to think of one more driver who got, I believe, just 2 bonus points from the All-Star race. I'm gonna look and see what we're gonna try to think here. As we're about to go green finally. Let's see if we can get 1 lap in here today's race so far. So back where we're at the stats here, just looking at the stats here from the All-Star race. So yeah, once again, Jimmie Johnson won the All-Star race, so he already has 10 bonus points. And we're gonna try to see who got 5 bonus points, but we'll check it out later here as we about to go back green. Alright, here we go. Pace cars in. And by the way, Tony Stewart finished second in the All-Star race, so he got 5 extra points late, so he would be leading in the All-Star race in the chase points at the start today. But anyway, the green flag's out here at Indianapolis once again. And then also Marquez got 3rd in the All-Star, so he will get 2. Kyle Busch and Jeff Gordon already pulling away early in this race. Oh, Cole Witt, all the way in the grass. He will stick it. Wow. I really thought he was going to wreck there for a moment. What a save by him. And Danica Patrick 2 wrecks in one time. Oh, coming up to the racetrack they go with a big wreck. Horrible wreck. Dale Jr.'s involved. Danica Patrick. And on lap number 11, multiple cars took it out of the race. Also involved Brian Vickers, too. Wow. We also have Kyle Larson involved as well in the 42 with a big wreck. I thought we were going to make it 1 lap, but we just can't. And a big one struck on lap number 11. Yeah, I mean, we already know it's gonna be ugly one day. We saw them both come back up the racetrack, and that took out a lot. She's gonna do some pit stops here. This will be an interesting strategy here. So Kyle Busch and Jeff Gordon's gonna take pit stops, but Ryan Newman looks like he will take the race lead here. So some cars staying out, and some cars coming in. Very interesting strategy, especially since we haven't gone 1 lap here. All right, let's see what happened to bring out the caution here. The big wreck. So here's what happened. This is a situation with Cole Wett. Matt Kenseth in 20 got into him and almost pinched him around, but just nips the wall there. But he keeps it going on in the grass. Still picking up speed on the grass also. And here's what happened, and now here's what happened coming up here now. If we can find it here. So it looks like there's two same things happen in the same, pretty much same two situations happen at the same time. So here's the first incident. 3 wide. Reed Sorenson and Ryan Blaney here. They all get together. And then you also have Johnny Sauter, Brian Vickers, and Alex Bowman. They both get together. They both spin out. And everyone's just pretty much panicking. Also, you see Johnny Sauter also sliding. And everyone's just trying to get out of the way, but there's nowhere to go. Brian Vickers had nowhere to go, and it just goes on from there. You also have Kyle Larson there too, Alex Bowman, Dale Jr., Brian Vickers, Clint Bowyer also involved, Johnny Sauter, David Gilliland with a lot of damage, and yeah, I'm gonna watch it again here on spectator camp here. Actually, we'll watch it full time. Pretty nasty road. So Dale Jr. has nowhere to go. So pretty much two separate incidents caused by the same action done. See, pretty much the same instance. Pretty much, Danny Patrick and Alex Bowman just an innocent victim. And most of the rest of these guys who get involved, pretty much an innocent victim as well. You see, Mike Liddell gets into it too. Can't slow down enough time. Let's look at some onboards here. We're gonna first look at the onboard of Dale Jr. and see what he saw. With a lot of damage too. I'm guessing he has retired out of the race, but we'll find out. Let's look at the onboard of 42 car of Kyle Larson here and see what he saw. Oh. And we'll look at the onboard car of Alex Bowman in the 7 machine. Nailed there, actually killed his car pretty much. And finally, let's look on the onboard of Danny Patrick for the final time. Yeah, that does it for her. Alright, back here live. Let's see if we get a lap in this race here. So we got Ryan Newman now, your race leader. Some of the cars pitted and some of the cars did not, including, I'm really much assuming is, if we keep on wrecking, we may save enough fuel to make it the rest of the way. So, that's their strategy. We'll see what happens here. If it does not work, this will be an interesting strategy to use. See, Brad Keselowski has came down the pit road as well. Look at our starting. There's our top 10 rundown. So first is Ryan Newman, second is Kevin Harvick, third is Tony Stewart, fourth Austin Dillon, fifth is Logano, sixth is Denny Hamlin, seventh is Matt Kenseth, eighth is Cole Witt, ninth is Labonte Ramp, top 10 is Kyle Busch, who did pivot from the lead position. So he's not that far away. So we'll see what will happen here. You see, Keslowski is trying to get back to the field here, but here we go once again. Pace car is off. Back gonna wait here at Indianapolis. Oh, Jimmie Johnson around! And hard into the wall of the 48 car. Running third in points. And the caution is once back out again. Kasey Kahne also got involved. And with a lot of damage here, looks like Jimmie Johnson's day is over. And of course, with another Brickyard 400 title is gone. And running third in points. Looks like Menard also got a piece of that too. Yep, in the 27 car running 20th in points as well. Austin Dillon in the 3 car makes it off a pit road. No! Clint Bowyer upside down. Are you kidding me? Truex Jr. also involved in that too. Are you kidding me right now? And Clint Bowyer's out of the race. Running 9th in points. Yeah, by the way, also there was a problem with Ryan Newman as well. He went all the way back from 1st to 16th now. And we got a lot to go over after that wreck. And they'll come down the pit road there. So now Jeff Gordon will now take the race lead over them. And with Kyle Busch now. So now they fail. We got a lot to go over now. Let's see what happened with Jimmie Johnson and them. I'm assuming that, of course, we're making moves, and all of a sudden they all just came together. So here's what happened. So the 51 car of Justin Allgaier holds back and gets a good jump. With Truex Jr. pushing, gets a big run, and Jimmie Johnson was about to make this move, but he didn't never see the 51 car there. Jimmie Johnson hits the wall and gets into the 13 car of Kasey Kahne. Last week's winner, Kasey Kahne, was in it too. And he stops there. Now, I believe there was another wreck. Involving here too. With Menard. Yes, there was. There was a huge wreck. So here we go. Jeff Burton gets into the 17 car of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. running fast. There was a problem with Ryan Newman's car, and he never went. As you see them hit very hard there. And guys with nowhere to go. I mean, everyone you see in that picture just got involved in that wreck. See everyone there, you see Menard there gets involved as well. Truck's pretty much blocked here. trying to find a good angle here. Here we go. Spins out. J. McMurray, innocent victim. They both hit the wall hard. And everyone else just coming in there has nowhere to go. And look at this mess. Kasey Kahne has a lot of damage on him. And Menard nowhere to go. They both hit. So a lot of good drivers again out of the race. This also included Dale Jr. as well. Now we'll look at our third incident now with Clint Bowyer and Truex Jr. after they took the caution flag. So they're 3 wide. They can't get off each other. And they hit very hard. Clint Bowyer goes upside down. Hits the inside wall. And continues rolling over. Gets back down on his 4 wheels. Goodness. What a mess we have here. Another angle here. Truex also has a lot of damage to him as well. Wow, what a mess here. It's been one ugly race here. Back here live at Indianapolis Speedway. After that wreck, we got a lot of new names up in front now. Only cars that retired out of the race includes Dale Jr., Clint Bowyer, David Gillen, Kasey Kahne, Jimmie Johnson, Paul Menard, Justin Allgaier, Kasey Kahne, Lennon Castle, Lennon Castle, Brian Vickers, Danica Patrick, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, Stenhouse Jr., Kurt Busch, Greg Biffle, Matt Glenette, and David Reagan. So now there's only 24 cars left in this race after that huge melee. And now we have a brand new top 10 now. So first is Jeff Gordon, second is Kyle Busch, third is AJ Almindinger, fourth is Ryan Blaney, fifth is Carl Edwards, sixth is Brad Keselowski, seventh is Johnny Sauter, eighth is Trevor Bayne, ninth is Kevin Harvick, and round up the top 10 is Austin Dillon. I believe right. Actually, before we quickly get back to this restart, let's look and see what happened with Ryan Newman here. I believe this also pretty much caused the second wreck too. So here's what happened. Doing good. Let's look at our speeds. But then boom, nothing just happened. And that pretty much happened there because look. 10, 11 gets into third gear and just did not go. There's a lot of cases that gave Austin Dillon the 3 car to leave. But I believe pretty much should have caused the next wreck as well. You see here with Stenhouse Jr. Jeff Burton. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened with the 31 car, so exactly what he does not need it. This is a very good opportunity of Kyle Busch to pull away from the points lead there. Alright, pace cars in. By the way, we have not got it in a lot yet this whole race. Green. Jeff Gordon takes the race lead. I'm not liking how their SPAC looks here too. Oh, wow. And that's what I'm talking about here too. Wow, they're almost about to wreck in the back here too. But here we go. Jeff Gordon remains the race leader in the 24 machine. And finally completing. We'll happen the race. Jeff Gordon leads here. Kyle Busch not behind. Not far behind. Kyle Busch still remaining hanging on. You also have Adrian Almindinger in third too. He wrecked last week. And needing a good finish here to get himself back into the top 16. And this is a great opportunity because Hornish Jr blew an engine a few laps ago. Jeff Gordon, Kyle Busch there too. And Jeff Gordon looking for another win here at the Brickyard 400. These guys will have to pit at least one more time before the race ends. One more time. If they get to lap 25, they'll be able to get or make it the rest of the way. So the pit road window will start at lap 25. Kyle Busch still hanging on with Jeff Gordon here. And that drop is very important here at Indianapolis here. We'll see if he can use that drop, but Jeff Gordon is pulling away from him. A guy that's averaging a top 10 finish throughout the whole season. He currently has. He currently has 9 top 5. He does not want to get a top 10, another top 5 here at a Brickyard 400 at one of the special events. We got Carl Edwards back in the picture here now in 4th place now. A pretty good season for him, 10th in points. And the way he finished right now, he can get up and gain a little bit more. Same exact lap times. And looking for the battle for third here between Carl Edwards and AJ Allmendinger now. Let's see who will prevail. And it looks like Carl Edwards will just AJ Allmendinger will just let Carl Edwards by. Keslowski in the picture now. He's running in 5th. That draft is important as you see it there. Kyle Busch is pretty much only gaining Jeff Gordon on the straightaway, so this is pretty much the long first time they're going to get into a long run here, so it'll be very interesting here. Let's get one more pit stop before this race ends. So there's gonna be some. I bet you there's gonna be a lot of strategy before this race ends. Keslowski moves into 4th place. Excuse me, 5th. Yeah, 4th place. And Adrian moves back to 5th. But anyway, it'll be a good point stay for the 47 machine if he stays where he's at. Pit stop's gonna be very important on how this race is gonna end. And Kyle Busch came in today with the pole, so. Or usually in the Brickyard 400, if you get the pole, you're pretty much gonna win the race. But anyway, we still have a long race to go here at Indies, though. In this tight battle here for 4th position. Keslowski, AJ Almindinger, and Denny Hamlin looking there down. He's AJ Almindinger is gonna look to the inside Brad Keselowski. So trying to look, but Brad Keselowski makes it stick on the high side. Man, Kyle Busch is still hanging on there, though. He's still trying to fight back. And once again, one of the contenders to winning the championship this season. It'll be one of the honor to win another championship for him, the Microsoft Cup Series. But there's still a long race to go here. Anything can happen. Because you can batch him stuff all back up. But the way the race is looking at right now, this may come down to pit stops. So Busch continues to cut down the lead a little bit. But I bet you right now, if this remains green the rest of the way, pit stops are going to be a factor. I think pit stops and strategy is going to what's going to win. It's going to will decide the winner of this race. And to be honest, I believe this the draft is making Kyle Busch remain with Jeff Gordon because, man, Jeff Gordon's been very dominant on the corners, man, on today. So this time by, 10 laps to go. Once again, they need one more pit stop to make it to the rest of the race, end of the race. And it looks like to be between Jeff Gordon and Kyle Busch to decide to break the 400 right now, unless these guys use strategy. There's this battle here between Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski now. It looks like bump drafting there, it looks like. Oh no! Onto the wall, Brad Keselowski. Can he hang on to it? He will. And pit stops are going underway for the final time here at Indianapolis. Jeff Gordon is taking his pit stop. Kyle Busch will stay out. Wow. And what if a caution did came out there? That would be huge. But we still remain green. Brad Keselowski with damage on his car. We're going to quickly look and see what happened here. I mean, Denny Hamlin was all over the back bumper of Brad Keselowski, and way sideways he goes. He hits the wall pretty hard, comes back up the racetrack, and keeps it going. Anyway, unfortunately, already most of these cars were about to head down the pit road, so no harm, no foul to these rest of these drivers, except the guys that pretty much checked up, just to make sure he didn't come back up the racetrack. All right, Jeff Gordon's out. Kyle Busch is in. Denny Hamlin currently your race leader in the 11 car. I believe he still has not made his pit stop yet, if I'm correct. Trying to stay as far out as he can. He's going to take 2 targets, he's going to take 4. It's going to depend on that. Or maybe he did make his pit stop. We'll find out in a moment here. To make sure yeah, he's not making his pit stop yet. So currently, Denny Hamlin is first. Yeah, Ryan in the second, Austin Dillon third. If you look all the way back to Kyle Busch and Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon has just said, see ya, to Kyle Busch in the 418 machine. We gotta look back here at Denny Hamlin here. Does he have enough fuel to make it the rest of the way? Or did he already pit it earlier? Remember, some cars did pit it under the caution, some cars did not on the other caution, so this strategy might just want Denny Hamlin the race here. You see Kyle Busch there in the left and almost about to get lapped. There's only 18 cars on the lead lap right now. Denny Hamlin with a 1.8 second lead now. Got Ryan Newman and Austin Dillon there too. Kyle Busch is all the way back to 16th position. It's still green. And coming to 5 laps to go this time by. At the lap, Aric Almirola here. Well, what a surprising way it will be for Denny Hamlin. I think he's coming in. Yes, he's coming into pit road. So Denny Hamlin has not enough fuel. And it goes the rest of these drivers in too. Ryan Newman, also Dillion, Tony Stewart, got Matt Kenseth there, Trevor Bayne, and Joe Logano and Cole Witt. Will they get past Kyle Busch in the 18 machine? With 5 laps to go in today's race. You see Kyle Busch in the back stretch right now. We have to fight, if he does, no. Jeff Gordon, actually. Kyle Busch is fighting Carl Ellis now, will maybe the 3rd position. Jeff Gordon off the front stretch right now. Denny Hamlin just got off of this pit box. It was not enough, and there goes Jeff Gordon in the 24 car. And we'll wait for this ticket update to confirm he's in the race lead. If he's in the race lead, he pretty much has this race won. And look how far the gap is. Next caution will end the race as well. Down the back stretch, front stretch here. Let's look for the update here. Yes, Jeff Gordon in the race lead. By a big margin over Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards now. Almost 3.5 seconds now. What a pit stop by the 2014. And it may guarantee him the win here no matter what flag waves next. Kyle Busch reigns second over Carl Edwards. You see the gap there between Jeff Gordon and Carl Edwards. Aric Almirola in 4th, with Denny Hamlin back into 5th position. And the rest of the cars that pitted. A good attempted strategy by the rest of the field there, but it was not enough. Jeff Gordon easily passes Johnny Slaughter there to put him a lap down. Three laps to go here. And another dominating race for the 24 machine in the late. Looking, I confirmed this, I believe for his 3rd win of the season as well. Yep, 3rd win of the season, if he gets it done here at the Brickyard. And we're gonna have a big shuffling of points after this race. So 2 minutes later, later, you see the rest of the points here. At the end of the race, the description will have the latest point standings after the Brickyard 400. So stay tuned. And go down there already if you want to see it. If you want to spoil it for yourself. Anyway, Carl Edwards has passed Kyle Busch for 2nd. 2 laps to go. By the way, Carl Earnhardt could have down the lead a little bit, but he's a little bit too far away. The gap is for Jeff Gordon in the 24 machine. Looking for another win in this Brickyard 400. Coming out of fourth here. Jeff Gordon's going to see the white flag here one time here. One lap to go here at Indianapolis. And Kyle Oates continues to cut down the lead here, but it's going to be too little too late. As long as no mistakes will happen, Jeff Gordon will have it done once again here at Indianapolis. Down the backstretch to about time. We also have to put into the fact that Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards have to draft together, so that's the reason why they pretty much be cutting sketching right now, very fast right now. Just imagine if there was a couple more laps, or if we were to stay green more. But anyway, coming out of 3 and 4. Jeff Gordon in 24 machine will win here today here at the Brickyard 400 once again. Carl Edwards will finish second, Kyle Busch third, Denny Hamlin fourth, and looks like Matt Kenseth will just get fifth over AJ Almindinger. Well, another win for Jeff Gordon at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. His third win of the season. He will move up pretty fast up in the point city. Wait for the rest of the cars here to finish, and then we'll get our official standings here. But once again, third win of the season for Jeff Gordon in the 24 machine. But once again, congratulations for the 24 machine for winning that race. Alright, let's go and look at our finish orders as to if they have come official. So once again, Jeff Gordon wins the race. Second is Carl Edwards. Third is Kyle Busch. Fourth is Denny Hamlin. Fifth is Matt Kenseth. Sixth is AJ Allmendinger. Seventh is Kevin Harvick. Eighth is Austin Dillion. Ninth is Tony Stewart. And around the top 10 is Ryan Newman. 11th is Trevor Bayne. 11th is Trevor Bayne. 12th is Ryan Blaney. 13th is Joe Logano. 14th is Cole Witt. 15th is Labonte. 16th is Jamie McMurray. 17th is Keslowski. 18th is Reed Sorenson. 19th is Jed Burton. And around the top 20 is Aric Almirola. 21st, Michael McDowell. 22nd, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 23rd has Truex Jr. And 24th, one lap down in the final car off on the racetrack, Johnny Sauter. And look at all these cars all out of the race due to all wrecks and blown engines and everything in general, as I could say. Big names including Dale Jr., Clint Bowyer, you have Kasey Kahne, Jimmie Johnson, Menard, Kurt Busch there too, also involved in wrecks. That's very unfortunate for them. Next week we'll be at Pocono Raceway for the Overtones 400. And we hope to see you there once again for the 21st race of the season. Chase is getting closer and closer as we speak. We hope you enjoyed today's race. Once again, Jeff Gordon is your winner here at Indianapolis Speedway at the Brickyard 400.